Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. So students, today let us discuss about next chapter of Standard 10 NCERT textbook, and we can rather say this as a diary. So today I am talking about the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. So basically from the name itself we come to know that this was a diary, or this is a diary which is written by a small girl named Anne Frank. So basically before we start with this chapter, let me tell you what we are going to discuss in this chapter. We are going to discuss about some of the life events of this girl named Annie. And also before we start, let me tell you who Annie was. So basically Anne Frank was a German born Jewish girl, and as she was a Jewish girl, and that is the reason they were all suffering, they were all struggling to live a normal life, because at her birth's time, when she was born on 12th June 1929, they were actually facing World War II. So all the family members of Annie, they were shifting from here and there, and they also shifted to Amsterdam, which is in Netherlands. And because of that, they were all suffering, and after that, Anne Frank died at the age of 16 due to typhus, which is an infectious disease. So actually this diary was gifted to her on her 13th birthday by her grandmother. So she starts writing a diary for two reasons. The main reasons for writing or starting to write this diary was, the first one was that as she was not having any work to do, and as going out of the house was a dangerous job at that time when there was a world war there. So she started writing diary because she wanted to express some of her feelings about her experiences. And the second reason, which was the most important reason, was that she did not have a true friend. Obviously she believed that as a 13-year-old girl, when she was gifted with her diary, she was 13-year-old girl, and at that time she believed that writing a diary was actually a funny, or you can say a creative work for her, because she believed that paper has more patience than people. And this thought, which is highlighted in this chapter by Anne Frank, and she also explains that if I want to express my feelings in front of anyone, then maybe people might not accept my expressions or emotions, but it is not same with paper. While we write on paper, it is our choice whether to stop or whether to continue writing on that paper. So that was the reason Anne Frank believed that as she did not have any true friend, she will make that diary her friend, and she also named that diary as Kitty. So she writes about many things of her life, and she believes that writing a diary in a normal way, or in a way that most people would write, is not a correct way. She wants the diary to be her friend, and that is the reason here Annie will try to discuss about some personal experiences in her diary. So as she considers her diary as a friend, so she will share everything, whatever she feels. So now what happens is, when she starts taking her education, she starts at Montessori Nursery School, and over there she studies for 6 years. And in that 6 years, she finds a lady, a headmistress whose name was Mrs. Cooper, very supportive and kind to her. And that is the reason over the period of 6 years, she develops a good bond with her. And after 6 years of education, when she bids farewell to her, she and Mrs. Cooper both are left in tears. So after that, she also says that she had a loving parents and a good grandmother who always supported her. After her grandmother's death, she describes about one of the incidents, which is on date 12th of June 1942. In that incident, she's talking about her school episode where she and her classmates are waiting for the results. So as everyone is extremely excited about the situation, extremely excited about the results, they all are talking about their things in the class. And also Annie says that she believes that there are many students in the class who are not eligible to pass out to the next form or to the next class. And she also says that that she is confident enough that she will pass this form or this standard, but she has a doubt in only one subject, which was maths. And the reason was that the maths teacher was Mr. Kesey, and that was not up, or you can say Annie was not going well with that teacher. Annie's relationship, or you can say Annie's bond with that person was not that much good. The reason was because Annie's habit was to talk too much in the class, and that is what Mr. Keesing was not liking. And that is the reason he always keeps giving homeworks to Annie. And if we talk about homeworks, there are 2 or 3 homeworks which Annie is talking about over here. The first homework is that Mr. Keesing gives her homework an essay which is on the topic a chatterbox. So she writes about that chatterbox, and after submitting that homework to Mr. Keesing is surprised and he is also enjoying that essay. So after for 2 or 3 lectures, he is not punishing Annie, because when he says anything to Annie Frank, she says that it is something which is inherited from my mother and I cannot do anything about it. And she also adds that talking is a student's trait, that always every student talk. So when he assigns her second homework, which is also an essay on the topic an incorrigible chatterbox. What is the meaning of incorrigible? Incorrigible basically means something that cannot be corrected. So why Mr. Keesing was giving such topics? See, if you notice over here, Mr. Keesing was actually trying to target Annie Frank's habit of excessive talking, because she talks a lot in the class, and that is the reason Mr. Keesing always targets Annie based on her talking habits. So for the second time when she writes the essay, Mr. Keesing is extremely surprised, and he is also impressed from her writing, and he does not say anything for next 2 or 3 lectures. But finally Mr. Keesing says that now I am going to assign you the third assignment, the third homework, because you are not mending your ways, you are not improving. So the third topic was quack quack quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. So the third topic was also based on making the target, or you can say for targeting Annie Frank for her habit of talking. But for this time, Annie Frank felt that she should come with something new this time, because as she was punished for so many times, she believed that now I have to do something else, I have to do something different in order to impress, or you can say in order to make Mr. Keesing, make our maths teacher friendly with me. So for this time she takes help from her friend, which is Sally. So she helps her write an essay in the form of verse, and she prepares it, and when it is told in front of everyone in the class, Mr. Keesing is impressed this time, and he is also laughing, and he is also enjoying the form of essay which Annie has written this time. So after this time, after this incident, Mr. Keesing is also not telling anything to Annie Frank, because now he believes that she is a girl, and she is a small girl whom if we don't allow to talk, they will not be interested enough to study in the class. So at the end of the lecture, Annie also says that at the end of this point, Mr. Keesing also improved on his habit of always scolding her, and now Mr. Keesing is also cracking jokes in the class. So by this, our diary of Annie Frank gets over. Whatever the diary says about Annie Frank's experiences of her life, that is described in this diary in short form. So basically from what we understand from this kind of diary, we understand that in the small age of 13 years, in the very early age of 13 years, Annie Frank was having a great insight and a mature mind, because of her, you can say because of her upbringing and because of her support from her parents, because she had a loving parents according to her. So that's all from this diary actually, basically. So I hope students you like this video. If you like this video, please give a like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and show your support by sharing this video. So I hope you like this video, and thank you so much students for watching, and always remember, keep learning, keep growing.